Now here children, here girls, let us see an example how to deal with the following items while preparing the income and expenditure account. Now let us see the in case. Now here they have given us only tournament expenses. These are some fund related items. Those items where we have to decide in case the fund has been created, then how do we treat, or in the absence of a creation of fund, then how do we treat. Now if tournament expenses have been given, rupees 10,000 have been given here, and no other information for tournament expenses have been given, straight away tournament expenses means a recurring nature expense. So in the income and expenditure account, we will write on the expenditure side two tournament expenses, rupees however 10,000. So two tournament expenses. This was the first thing. Second, in case tournament expenses have been given 10,000 and there is a tournament fund also that has been created for that activity, 35,000 is a fund, and donation for tournament fund received during the year is 12,500. In case a fund has been created for certain activity, then the expenses, the income, donation, everything related to that activity will be shown in that fund, and funds are always part of balance sheet. Then the entire thing will be shown in the balance sheet. Then we will show everything in the balance sheet. On the liability side of balance sheet, we will show it as a as a liability. Liabilities funds always come in the liability side. We will show here tournament fund. Tournament fund is for rupees 35,000. The fund is for 35,000. Expenses from that fund will be subtracted. The tournament expenses will be subtracted, and donation for tournament fund will be added. Donation for the fund that to 12,500, that donation will be added to that. So 35,000 plus 12,500 minus the tournament expenses that are rupees 10,000 minus 10,000. This is the net amount that will be shown here on the liability side of balance sheet. The third thing, the third example as they have given here, tournament expenses have been given here rupees 10,000. The tournament fund has been given here rupees 30,000. No, sorry, the third example is here. Tournament expenses are 10,000. The tournament fund is 3,000. Okay, here. See now the expenses. Let us see the donation received for tournament fund is rupees 4,200. Now here we can see children, the fund has rupees 3,000 and the donation received in that fund is 4,200. So that means the tournament fund is for rupees 3,000 and the donation for that fund is rupees 4,200. Together with that, that means we have rupees 7,200 in the fund. But the expenses of the tournament, expenses for the tournament, that amount to rupees 10,000. Expenses for tournament are 10,000. That means rupees 2,800 over the fund created. We have the how much can be absorbed in the fund, only 7,200, and how much are the expenses exceeding that, 2,800. So this 2,800 will be shown on the, this will be shown on here on the expenditure side of the income and expenditure account, rupees 2,800. These are the tournament expenses that will be shown for this fund. I repeat, in case a fund has been created but the total amount that is there in the fund is less than the amount of expenses, then the difference between both will be shown on the debit side of income and expenditure account. Right, now the next example. The next example, I can take this as fourth example here. Tournament expenses, I can see here, tournament expenses are rupees 10,000. The tournament fund is 30,000. Okay, tournament fund has been given here as 30,000. The donation received for tournament fund is rupees 10,000. The donation that is received for the fund is rupees 10,000. The tournament fund investment is rupees 30,000. Acha, there is some tournament fund investments. Investments always come in the balance sheet. This is tournament fund investment. Investments always come in the balance sheet on the asset side. 30,000. This is the tournament fund investment, rupees 30,000. And then they say 8% investment of the face value of 35,000. There is investment at the rate of 8%. Interest at the rate of 8% is accrued on 35,000. So 35,000 into 8% means 2,800. And what is the interest that has been received already? Rupees 2,500 is the interest that has been received already. That means 300 is accrued. That 300 will be shown as accrued interest here. This is 30,300. 30,300. This is the total amount that will be shown, 30,300 in the tournament fund expenses here. That is how this will be shown, 30,300. And here, when you show the tournament fund here, the tournament fund here will be shown. You will show this. The tournament fund is for 30,000. Plus the donation, all the incomes will be added, plus the donation received for the fund, rupees 10,000. Keep on adding, plus the interest accrued, this accrued interest of 300. Interest, the accrued interest, rupees 300, plus the interest received, rupees 2,500. This is the total amount minus the expenses. The expenses will be subtracted, rupees 10,000. This is the total amount that will come here on the liability side of balance sheet. This is the asset side of balance sheet, and this is the liability side of balance sheet. I repeat, in case the investment, the fund has been invested in some investment there is a investment that has been purchased with the fund that has been created. That investment will come on the asset side of balance sheet together with the interest on that investment. In case there is some amount of interest that is accrued, that interest will be added to the amount of investment. Accrued interest is always added to the asset. On the liability side now, what will you show in the liability? The fund is always shown on the liability side. Any income to the fund, donation, the accrued interest and the interest received, the total amount of income to the fund, that will come here minus the expense, and that is how it will be shown in the balance sheet. The fund will be shown in the balance sheet. I hope it is clear. Now children, please keep doing the coinciding questions of your textbook. I told you I do not have your textbook right now with you. I am using some other book here. I am using two different books. Whatever good question I am getting, I am showing it to you here. Now the related questions till the topic that has been done, to the topic that has been covered, please cover those questions from your textbook. And I will fix a test after this so that we are clear with the questions that are given there. Some more questions, in case the different questions are there, some more questions that the explanation will not be very different. Now you just have to be exposed to what is income and expenditure account, how to create it. The questions are very similar to that of financial statements, the adjustment of financial statements. We just need to understand little bit. Once the trick goes inside, it will not be different. So I will proceed with these questions with adjustments tomorrow. I will keep posting the next lesson tomorrow, about same 4 or 5 questions tomorrow I will post, and this lesson will also be done. Right? Okay children, thank you. I hope you are clear with the test. I told you, I have posted in the group that there is a test scheduled for on Saturday. Please be ready with the test children. Now once the syllabus is getting over, we will start taking the test. Till now, with the load of two subjects getting complete, we did not get exposed much to the accountancy tests. Now is the time. Now we'll start taking the test, and I religiously will have to check the test also. Once the syllabus is over, we are free. Now we will take the test. Okay, keep updated. Keep yourself updated with the questions that are behind the textbook. Right? Okay, thank you, girls.